Good morning, class 12. So, we are continuing our lessons after your unit test. So, where we have stopped. Okay, so we are continuing from chapter 4 onwards. Okay, so we are going to continue with chapter 4, law of equimarginal utility. Okay, so let's begin the chapter. Hope you all are fine. You are at homes. Take care. Okay, and so we are continuing with chapter 4. Now you see, last time we have done single case commodity. Okay, so we are going to do law of equimarginal utility. So law of equimarginal utility is your double case commodity. So we have to do it as it is in our syllabus. Okay, last year in 2020 on this topic there was a questions. Okay, so let's begin. So what is law of equimarginal utility? So law of equimarginal utility, okay, I'm reading out the definition first. So this law of equimarginal utility is the utility that consumer is going to get maximum utility, okay, when he or she will allocate his income in such a way that the last unit that he is or she is going to spend on each commodity, okay, he or she will get equal utility from both the commodity. Now see, in our day-to-day life we don't buy one commodity, we buy so many commodities, but in explanation we cannot take 100 and 1000 of commodities. So here in double case commodity we are taking two commodities. Okay, we can consider two commodity as a X and Y, or we can give it name also, any particular commodity. Okay, we can give the name as the clothes, or we can give a name of an apple, okay, oranges. Now, so when a consumer will consume two commodity, a consumer is going to get equal, okay, a consumer is going to get equal utility. That means a consumer is going to get same satisfaction from both the commodities. Okay, so here in, so again I'm saying, so law of equimarginal utility state that if a person has a things, okay, which he can put to a several use, so he will distribute it among these uses in such a way that he will get the same utility from both X and Y. Okay, so you see, he will be given an income, there will be a given income, and that income he has to spend equally on both the commodities. Okay, so if suppose the income is 20, so he has to spend 20 on both the commodity, but from both the commodity he must get equal, he will get equal satisfactions. Okay, so you see here he's going to spend his income on two different commodities. So two different commodities price will be given, and from both the commodities he is going to get equal satisfactions. Okay, in single case commodity you have seen that a person was spending on single commodity. Okay, so how they got how a consumer got equality when the price of the commodity and the margin utility was equal. Okay, so here also, okay, when a consumer is going to get utility, here also consumer will get utility when marginal utility of X divided by price of X will be equal to marginal utility of Y divided by price of Y will be equal to marginal utility. So you see, when marginal utility of X we will divide with price of X, and when marginal utility Y will divide with the price of Y, and when it will be equal to marginal utility, at that time the consumer is going to attain equal, okay, equal marginal utility. That means a consumer will attain equal satisfaction, that means equal utility from both X and Y. Okay, so that's we are going to see, okay, with the explanation. So but before explanation you have some assumptions. Okay, those assumptions you have to keep in your mind. Now you see, number one assumptions, every consumer wants to maximize his satisfaction. That means number one, that every consumer want to get more and more satisfaction when they are consuming any commodity. Number two, the price of the commodity will remain constant. There will be no change in the price of the commodity, okay, and there will be no change in the price of substitute or any complementary good. That means what you can say in a short, the price will remain constant. Number 3, the income of the consumer also will remain constant in these assumptions. Okay, in eco margin utility, the price and the income of the consumer will remain fixed, that is constant. Okay, now you have to take such type of commodities in example, okay, that can be divided and subdivided into different requirement commodities. Okay, so don't take a large example like vehicle or electronic good, which is not possible to divide them. Okay, next is number 5, consumer has a rational behavior. That means consumer wants a satisfaction from both the commodities. Next, number 6, consumer utility of money will remain constant. So here utility of money also will remain fixed, so utility of money will not change, it will remain as it is. And next is number 7, there will be no change in income, there will be no change in taste and preference, and there will be no change in your custom habits and custom of the people. So taste and preference will remain same, okay, and no change in the income. That means whatever income you're going to take here in this example will be fixed, price of the commodity will be fixed, income of the consumer will be fixed. And what else? So consumer want what? They want maximum satisfaction from both the commodity. That means from X and Y, a consumer should get equal level of satisfactions. Okay, now in this case, what is going to take place? Okay, now in this law, you can take example of mangoes, you can take example of oranges, clothes. Okay, now we are going to see with an example. In your new book, one example has been given, that is a consumer have to spend ₹5 on 2 commodities, that is mango and oranges. Okay, they have to spend in such a way that the marginal utility of mangoes and marginal utilities of oranges will become equal. Okay, so you see here, so we are going to see the examples with example how we can assume. So here assumption is done that the income that the consumer is going to spend, a consumer will have he is having only ₹5. Okay, and the price of each of the commodity, so we are assuming the price of each of the commodity is 1. So the price of mango is ₹1, the price of orange is ₹1. Okay, now marginal utility of, so you can see in the page number 4.10, okay, your marginal utility of oranges are given. Now you see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units have been taken. Marginal utility of mango 8, 6, 4, 2, 1 is given. Oranges you see 10, 8, 6, 4, 2 is given. That means you see here what they are going to do it here. So if now the consumer is going to spend on oranges, okay, which is giving him 10 marginal utility. From the second rupee he gets utility to 8, and keep on going spending. Okay, so he will gets 8, then he will get 6 utility, 4 utility, 2 utility. Even in mangoes also you see first he is getting 8, then 6, then 4, then 2, then 1 utility. So here consumer is spending. Okay, so you see here consumer is going to spend ₹5 on both the commodities. Okay, now the consumer want to buy 2 commodity, so he will spend first rupee on oranges, second on the mangoes, again third on the oranges. Similar he will spend 4th and 5th, okay, on orange and mangoes. So you see in this way consumer will enjoy maximum satisfaction. That means in which he is going to get maximum satisfaction on that commodity only he is going to spend more. So you see first he is spending more, like he is spending on orange, so he is getting more. Then he is spending on mangoes, okay, again he is spending on oranges, again he is spending on mango. So in this way, so you see the consumer will spend, okay, on 4th you see, on 5th also you will see oranges and mango this. So the consumer will enjoy maximum satisfaction. So that means, okay, in which he is getting more satisfaction, he is going to spend more on that particular commodity. So consumer, okay, so you see with this is just an introduction only. So now we will see with a proper example. Now in proper example, how can we know that what kinds of things will be required, okay, how a consumer is going to attain equilibrium. So you see here we are going to assume, okay, we are going to take one example. Let's take one example to explain. So here we are going to take one simple example. See an example. For example we are taking, okay, so let's the consumer want to spend his income as rupees 40. Okay, his income is rupees 40. Now you want to spend on X and Y. Suppose X is your mango and Y is your oranges. Okay, so see, for example, the income he is going to spend, this is his income. X is your, suppose, mango and Y is your oranges. Okay, now you see here, suppose your mango cost is rupees 5 and your oranges cost is rupees 10. Now he has what is the amount with him? He has 40 rupees. Okay, and he has to spend 40 rupees to buy both the commodities. So mango cost is rupees 5, orange cost is rupees 10. Okay, so he cannot spend more than this, he cannot spend less than that. So he has to spend in such a way that he should get marginal utility from both the commodities. Okay, now you see in what cases he is going to get utility. Now we know that marginal utility, okay, so marginal utility always, it will decrease. So it will decrease, marginal utility always decreases. Okay, so first it will increase, then automatically it will show decrease. So you see in case of mango also, marginal utility will decrease, then again it will increase. In case of oranges also, marginal utility will decrease, then again it will increase. Okay, now we have to see that what combinations will a consumer will accept that he can spend 40 and he can get utility from both the commodities. Now you see, suppose we are assuming that here we are going to assume marginal utility of your X and Y. So suppose we are assuming marginal utility of mango, suppose it is 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, 25. Okay, here we are taking as marginal utility oranges 80, 70, 60, 50, 40, 30. So you see, when we talk about marginal utility always decreases. That's we know only, always it diminishes. So 50, 45, 40, 35, 30. So always it decreases. So marginal utility of oranges will also decrease. See 80, 70, 60, 50, 40, 30. Now you see, we have to calculate marginal, we have to calculate the utils. Okay, we can calculate the util. So to calculate the util, so marginal utility of X divide with price of X. Marginal utility of Y we will divide with price of Y. Okay, now see what is the marginal utility. Marginal utility of X is how much? 50. Okay, it is 50. And what is the price? Mango, what is the price? 5. So if we will cancel it, it is coming 10. So util will be 10. So we are calculating, so marginal utility divided with price of X. Okay, this we will calculate the unit will be calculated in terms of utils. Okay, will be calculated in terms of utils. So you see, this is the actual util that we are receiving. Now you see here 45, if we calculate with 5, so 5 9s are. Okay, so you see in this way, now 5 8s are 40, 5 7s are 35, 5 3 6 are 30, 5 5s are 35. Now same util calculation. So margin utility of y is how much? 80. Okay, what is the price of y? 10. So 8 will come. Okay, so 10 8 is 80. Now 10 7 is 70, 10 6 60, 50, 40, 30. So you see here. So in while we calculate the marginal utility, I divided price of x, the util. You see that is also showing in diminishing order only. Okay, that means marginal utility, it get always decreases. Okay, so this is about your utility of x and y. So this is the calculations of a utility of x, that is mango, and utility of oranges. So always it diminishes. Okay, so when you continuous use of any commodity, always your marginal utility will get diminishes. Now we are going to see that how he is going to spend rupees 40. Okay, how he is going to do it. Okay, his income is 40. Now you see, we are going to see the combinations. Okay, we are going to see the combination and expenditure. Combinations and expenditure. We are going to see combination and expenditure. Now you see, he has income is how much? 40. Okay, x, your mango cost is 5 rupees, and y is your oranges, it cost is rupees 10. Now you see here, suppose he is buying 3 units of x, that is your mango, then what will be the price? So 3 into, okay, 3 into 5. Okay, now see, 3 units of mango you will take. So the cost of your mango x is 5 rupees, so 3 into 5 is 15. Okay, this is your first combinations you are taking. And in this, if you are taking 1 units of y, that is orange. Okay, so 1 into cost of the orange is 10 rupees. So how much is coming total? Total is coming 25. Okay, so you see, now here expenditure is 25, but he has income of 40. Okay, so if he is buying 3 mango and 1 oranges, that is x and y, so he is going to spend 25, but it is less than his income, so he will not accept this combination. Now let's see number 2 combination. Suppose he is buying 4 units of mango, that is cost is, okay, 4 units of x, okay, 4 unit if he is buying, so 4 into 5 will be 20 rupees. Okay, and suppose he is buying 2 units of y, that is oranges, so 2 into 10 equal to 40. So you see in this case, okay, so total 2 10 is 20, so total is coming 40. Okay, now third we are taking, suppose he is buying 5 units of x, so 5 into 5 is 25. Okay, suppose 3 units of y if is buying, so 3 into 10 is 30. So total it is coming 55. So if you are looking 4 combinations, okay, in 4 combinations, if suppose he is taking 6 unit of X and your 4 units of Y, so 6 5s are 30 and 4 10s are 40, so total is coming 70. Now you see, this is the combinations. So first combination, 3 unit of X, 1 unit of Y, that is X is mango, Y is orange. Now so it is coming 25 rupees, 25, so that is lower than his income, so he will not spend in this. Now second combination, you see 4 unit of X and 2 units of Y, so 4 5s are 20, 2 10s are 20, it is coming 40. That means yes, he can accept these combinations. That means if he is spending 40, he is able to buy both X and Y, so he can buy 4 mangoes and he can buy 2 oranges. That means he will be able to get equal satisfaction from this commodities, because he is going to spend equal level of his income. Okay, now in third combination, you see 5 oranges and 5 mangoes and 3 oranges, so it is coming 55. He cannot take because this is more than his income. Here also it is coming 70, it is also more than in his income. That means in combination 2, a consumer will attain marginal utility. Okay, so here the marginal utility of X divided by price of X equal to marginal utility of Y divided with price of Y will be equal to marginal utility. That means whatever he is spending is given income, and according to the price he will attain equilibrium. That means a consumer will attain equilibrium. Okay, so consumer equilibrium will take place when marginal utility of X divided with price of X, marginal utility of Y divided with price of Y. Okay, and at the same time the consumer must spend the entire income. So you see his entire income was 40, so he is able to spend rupees 40 here. So in this case only, that means in combination 2 only, a consumer is going to attain equilibriums. Okay, so this was about your double case commodity. So that means according to his income, when he will be able to spend, he will get marginal utility. That means the consumer equilibrium will take place. Okay, so this was about your double case commodities. Okay, you will keep in your mind about this double case commodities. Now we have next is our indifference curve. So in indifference curves, you need to know about the definition. See, I'm reading the definition, you try to listen. An indifference curve. What is indifference curve? An indifference schedule refers to a schedule that shows various combinations of two goods which gives equal satisfaction to the consumer. So you see, okay, so here we are going to see that in indifference curve also, when consumer will consume 2 commodity, a consumer is going to get equal satisfactions. Okay, so an indifference curve will show various combination of 2 commodities which will give equal satisfaction to the consumers. Okay, but you have to remember, when consumer will consume 1 commodity, consumer have to reduce the consumption of other commodity. In that case only a consumer is likely to get equal utility from both the commodity, and your indifference curve will always be downward sloping, children. Your indifference curve is equal to your demand curve, so always indifference curve will be downward sloping. So here, okay, you will remember of indifference curve. That's your definition is very important, because they ask you they will ask definition to explain it. Okay, so definition comes in this from these questions. Okay, so you see, so indifference curve is nothing but is a combination of 2 commodities which will give equal satisfaction to the consumer. And when consumer will consume 1 commodity more, for example, okay, you can take example of food and clothing. If consumer is going to consume more food, then you have to reduce the consumption of clothing. Okay, so when he will do this, substitution will take place. That means when he is consuming 1, other he has to reduce the combination. In that case only a consumer is going to get equal utility from both the commodities. Okay, so for today this much only. In next day we will complete our chapter. Thank you.